Yes, certainly. Felipe, I see that about 40 to 50% of your crude is being shipped to Asia this year, but that's lower than the 60% last year. And part of the problem is, of course, growing competition in Asia from other producers. How much of that competition is coming from discounted Russian crude?
There's quite a bit of that, Mandy, in the market. And I think I would think of Ecopetrol as a reliable source of high-quality crudes. And when we talk to our clients, not only in this part of the world, but also in the U.S. and even in Europe, you know, there's quite a bit of competition as well with now less Russian crude. People are looking to get their supplies in hand as well. But there will be competition, but we're actually seeing that there's a lot of opportunity, and especially being in a place like Singapore, where you could, for example, do co-loading and work with other producers. Not only equity barrels, but third-party barrels are also an option. So there will be competition, but I think we're ready for that.
So how much of your crude that isn't going to Asia now is being redirected to Europe, and what's the demand there like?
Right now, it's probably 6 to 7%. In terms of Asia, it's around circa 50%. Last year, it was 60% that was sent to Asia. But our expectation is the volumes or the percentage will grow, particularly in Asia, towards the end of the year.
Felipe, the energy crisis in Europe and arguably globally as well, which is how it extended, to what degree is that a setback for renewable capacity, and where is Ecopetrol in that journey towards 2050?
So, Sri, I would say that energy security is very important, and the new term we're hearing more and more from different governments is energy sovereignty. People wanting to ensure that they have the resources on their own hands, so in terms of the energy. Good news in Colombia is that we produce most of our gas, or the gas that we use. 80% of Colombians use gas every day, touch gas every day. We refine most of our crudes, and we export around 50% of the oil production. But I don't sense that energy transition has been set back. There's still the intent of accelerating things like hydrogen and renewables and CCUS and nature-based solutions. Even Singapore and Colombia signed an MOU recently on carbon credits and actually working in that market. So I think there's opportunity. Having said that, to the war in Europe, it showed us that we're very fragile and that we need to work closer together, and we do largely depend on energy for everything that we do.